Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's play some Remnant 2, shall we? Picking up where we left off, and, we touched a portal. We came to this really cool place. She's got a drink, she's got a knife. She looks very friendly, welcoming us to this temple. There's some big things shambling over there. I don't know what this door means. Can I touch this? I need some quest item that I don't have to use on that, so let's get going. I guess there's a staircase over here for us to go down. Hi. Okay.
Clementine!
Clem.
Ford? Shit! Where are you guys?
Where are you indeed?
This is all insane! Crystal and Ford!
Oh boy.
I'm gonna find Clementine.
Okay. I'm not doing a good job. There you go. This guy has way more hit points than I thought he would. Okay. I didn't do a good job at all of fighting that guy. I'm going to go see if I can... These crystals are kind of like Dark Souls... campfires. Resting. Replenishes ammo and relics, but it respawns everybody. So it is like a Dark Souls campfire. Okay. Now, I'm not going to go back to the ward. I'm just going to fight that guy again, but respect his health a lot more. Usually when you shotgun something in the head, it's gone. But that thing is large. So let's try it again, but be smarter about it and use our concussive shot. Here he comes. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, so I took one hit, which is better than what happened last time. I should have reloaded earlier. Just learning the range of my weapon, and dodging is very good. So, I'll just do that more. Try to be smarter. Oh boy, I rolled too early there. Okay. But we still killed the guy. So this is more like a Souls-like than a Resident Evil. Okay. The sun, the moon, life, death, the doe, the ravager. So I'm seeing all of these symbols. The beginning. For sun and moon describe the skies, the firmament beyond. Their whims will tell us if tides are high or if the day dawned. And life must hang below, a puppet on a thread. And only choosing makes it so to live in joy or dread. Okay, so sun and moon have to be above and then life below it. Okay. The calamity. They called it the Ravager, a beast with fur as black as sackcloth and teeth dyed red as blood. It made no more than mutton of the bravest warrior. Fear fell like night. Death roamed Yesha. There were those who would have seen the beast slain, but the Ravager was never much glimpsed, but that doe should follow. The green things of the jungle sprang from the doe's feet, and on what do green things grow, if not the flesh departed of life? The world, what would become of the doe if the Ravager were felled? What would become of Yesha? For though they may struggle always, their struggle serves the balance and keeps unharnessed death from above from descending upon us all. The hope The blessing of hope, may the doe step cross fulsome fields, may life's wind sound your pipe and flute, may the warm sun light your voyage home, and the ravager's howls not bring you fear, and when the doe and ravager their circuit run, when sun and stem weave life's gold thread, as life and sun support from below, all will be revealed to the bulwark of the doe. Alright, so my gaming instincts tell me this is a key to a puzzle of some kind, and this information is important for me. But I didn't write it down, so maybe it's just lore that I'm learning. If this account is found, I will surely die, but I love my Empress. Whatever happens to me, the truth must be written down for her sake. I who write this am a Than keeper, one of many. My existence has been devoted to caring for the Tree of Life, and through it, the Empress and her immortals. Few know the hearts of both the Thane and Empress Genus better than I. What she did for love. It began with the visit of the Krells. So Human King. Paltek, or whatever that horn man said before. Although the war between Pan and Krell ended years ago, raiding parties from both worlds continue to attack the weak and defenseless. Our truce was a sham, and our people still suffered. So it was that the Paxeltek king came through the door from their world to seek an audience with the Empress, and Genas, our gracious ruler, gave him this audience and listened to his tale. The Goblin King told a tale of sorrow, of a terrible Cyclops who had demanded tribute of the Krell's youngest daughter. It had long been this way. That was the reason the king had called the truce in the first place. But after years of fruitless attempts to save his daughter, the king came to Empress Genus as a desperate father seeking a boon. The Krell, he said, have ancient stories of other worlds stretching back even to the times before the Pan had sailed the Dark Sea. Those stories drew them to Yesha in search of the Tree of Life, but their tales said nothing about the Pan, and the Krell were surprised at our resistance and had to revise their estimation of our people. They came seeking life, not war, and they were as surprised as we were. But the king did not come before our empress asking for the fruit of life. He sought a means to destroy his enemy and save his daughter. He spoke of secrets that only the Thankeepers knew of deep caverns where the roots of the Thane wend and wind into Yesha's belly and sprout a very different kind of fruit. For the Thane, it not only produces the beautiful fruit that gives the immortals life, but also a gnarled gourd that gives certain death. The Goblin King begged Genas for this twisted fruit. Please, he said, my daughter is all I have left. In return, he swore to destroy the painting connecting our worlds, thus ending the war for good. Genas was wary, of course, but also moved by the king's sorrow. After 2 days and 2 nights of consideration, she summoned him and said, none of us swim alone. Take what you need and go. It was love that moved her hand, for that is who our empress is. She could not have foreseen what would happen. Hours after the gourd was plucked and the Goblin King returned to his world, a single leaf fell from the branches of a tree that never changes. More have fallen since, slow and seldom, but they are the first to fall in the Thane's lifetime, and they will not be the last. The Thane is dying. Many do not want to believe, for the Thane's life is the Pan's, but as one who has spent my life communing with the tree, who knows its song by heart, I can tell you with certainty that it is true, and I am equally certain of what will happen next. The fruit will fail. Her Majesty will grow afraid to lose both life and power, for who would not be? She will hoard what fruit is left, like the Norbear hoards its bread. It may be tens, even hundreds of years before any but Thankeepers and Empress know the truth, but when the others learn, there will be war. I know this as I know the beating of my own heart. When that day comes, let it be known that Empress Genus acted for the good of all peoples, and that she could not possibly have foreseen the cost. I know not why Yesha seems to have repaid good with ill, but I know that our Empress is now and always worthy of our love. Okay, so it didn't go well. for anybody with this trade. Spiced plums. Here's the ingredient list. 5 wicks of cured Norbear meat, sliced into strips, a half cask of pressed sweet leaf syrup, 10 golden plums, a cask of water, a third wick of the crystal. Method. In a dark, secure location, place the crystal in the water and let it sit from sunset to sunset. Okay, so this is the instructions for making this. Do not serve when the Ahane are near. Alright. I didn't read all of that because it didn't look like the solution to a puzzle, but if it is, I'll come back. The Norbear and the Brillet. In the time before the Immortals, a Norbear and a Brillet were trapped in the middle of the sea, clinging together to either end of a plank of wood. Neither could swim, and land was nowhere to be seen. The Norbear had a single loaf of bread that it had rescued. It took several bites of the bread when the Brillet asked, "Will you please share some of your bread with me? I have nothing, and we must work together to find land." The Norbear looked at the bread and became afraid of how little was left. "I can spare only a morsel," the Norbear said, "for we do not know how long it will be before we are saved." And the Norbear tore a single bite of bread, no larger than its nose, to give to the Brillet. All that day and all that night the Norbear and the Brillet kicked in the water, traveling together as far as they could. The sun rose, and no land was to be seen. The next day the Norbear took another meal from the loaf, and the Brillet said, "Will you please share some of your bread with me?" Again the Norbear looked at the bread and was wary, for though the loaf was large, there was even less than there had been the day before. The Norbear offered the Brillet another bite. "Yesterday's work was hard," the Brillet protested. "I am weak from the effort. Can we not share equally? For you have much, and I have nothing." "This is equal," said the Norbear, "for I am larger, and require more to give me strength." "But we have done the same amount of work," said the Brillet. But the Norbear was afraid, and could not give up more. "Let us work together again. Perhaps we shall find land today." So the Norbear and the Brillet swam for another day and another night, but still no land was to be seen. When the Norbear ate the next day, the Brillet said, "We have been out 3 days, and your loaf is as large as when we began. You have more than enough, but if I do not eat, I will die." The Norbear looked at the loaf and thought the Brillet foolish, for though it was large, there was clearly less than there had been the day before. "If I share equally," thought the Norbear, "it will only last a few more days, but if the Brillet eats a little, it will last for weeks. Surely I can find land in that time." "You must not be greedy," the Norbear said aloud. "If we work hard, we soon will find land, and then you can have all the bread you want." The Norbear gave the Brillet another small bite, and they swam together for another day and night. When the sun rose the next morning, the Brillet did not ask for more bread, and the Norbear was thankful. What's more, as the Norbear finished its morning meal, it looked to the horizon and sighted the peak of a mountain top. The Norbear shouted in triumph, "There, you see, we've done it together." But the Brillet did not see. The Brillet was too weak to even speak. It closed its eyes, lay down its head, and slipped off the plank into the sea. The plank became unbalanced, and one end tipped high into the air. With a cry of panic, the Norbear fell into the sea as well, leaving only a plank and a loaf of bread atop the water. The moral: none of us swim alone. All things are connected to all things. Well, this seems like this little fairy tale here may have done some damage. Okay, where do I begin? It has been my life's pursuit to bring ink to paper, and yet I am at a loss. Facts. I'll begin with the facts, and that means I must begin with the plague. Colquette was on the throne, his enemies in their graves. Coin, drink, and good times were available to all his subjects. Then one day, rumors began to circulate of Pans falling sick in the outskirts of Ang-Forhen, or Ang-Foreign. Overnight, shops and guilds and major settlements began to shutter. Before we know it, everyone knows someone who died. There are whispers that this blood is all paid to fate, the price of Colquette's many wars, the bill due for his victorious body count. Weeks later, we all know death. We all know one who is the last of his line. We are the lucky ones, they say, but there's no end in sight. The world is poison to us now. And that's when Colquette tells us of the ships. No one who has sailed beyond the horizon has returned from the dark sea. Fools call it the edge of the world, a concept that seems ridiculous, for would not all the water rush off the edge of the table? But for all we know, they're right. Yet we cannot stay here. At last I know what it is that I am writing, a chronicle of the last voyage of the Pan. There was no one to wave to on the shore but for one Pan's tear-drenched wife. Already the boils were appearing on her, so there was no chance of her joining. She wept and gnashed and kissed the air, and not 4 bodies away from me her spouse ran with salt tears, nearly sufficient to float the vessel. It was not an auspicious departure. I made straight for the dining deck, thinking to beat the crowd, only to learn how average my reasoning. The entire crowd had the same thought. We eat shoulder to shoulder at long benches. The first day's meal was serviceable, even flavorful. How long could such a luxury last? Forgive the holiday in my diligence. The last 9 days have been a blur of adjustment. Learning the service schedule, learning to serve, learning how to go from serve to servant and back as days turn. Learning to sleep cheek by jowl, for there is no privacy in the rest hold. No one thought to bring curtains. Most nights I find myself on deck. An extra blanket so far keeps the chill off, and I drift to sleep, looking for the stars I know the fog forbids me to see. I never thought I'd long to see a stone, some clay, a bit of sand, but now I would trade my beloved second blanket for a glimpse. All around is gray-black water, and the midnight fog for whose sun-strangling effect the sea is named. The noonday light is barely twilight, and the nights are dark as the tombs of those we left on home shores, the ones who have tombs. At times I think of those who had not yet succumbed by our departure, of the woman who wept for her beloved on the piers. Does she lie uncovered beneath the indifferent sun, as mercilessly bright on her clouded eyes as it is dim upon ours? Or did the last Pan see herself to the tomb and pull the stone shut with her final breath? What is the point of persisting in this world? Juggling when each day is the same, when this voyage through gray purgatory has become one long, endless day. Perhaps the dead are the lucky ones. Worse yet, perhaps we ourselves died, and this is what comes next for those aboard the vessels. The thought chills me in a way no second nor third blanket could forbid. It is hard to believe how much time has passed. When I look at the early leaves in this volume, it is harder still to believe that the Pan who wrote those words ever made peace with this voyage. We have all gotten used to eating the fruits of the ocean, strange fish, seaweeds, and crustacea, which we might have called delicacies back home, are now breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Some enterprising young soul has even figured out how to make a pudding of sorts by torturing the seaweed with the right heats and magics. I am digressing. The point I wish to make is that I cannot say if we will ever reach our destination. I commit this sentiment to paper now, but the thought first struck me some 300 moons ago. I simply never had the courage to set it down. In fact, it was the one thing that made me consider flinging myself from the deck, or even out the great lock, like our few unfortunate criminals, but no more. This is a life of sorts, for life is other Pan. Here on the sea we are together. On home shores we were being torn apart. It is all. And who knows, at tomorrow's daybreak I may spot land. Wow. It's interesting when put into context with the other story of, working together on the boat. Let's see, can I jump across this? Oh, I can run across it. Oh, there's a treasure. Relic dust, scrap, iron. Okay, cool. Alright. Well, there was a lot more lore in here than I was expecting. Alright. Okay, so let me look at the map. I haven't gone to the left. Uh-oh. Is this the route? Looks bad. Huh. Okay. I don't know where I'm going. I'll use that bandage any day. The Withering Wheel 2. Alright. I don't think I fully explored the previous section, but maybe you're meant to go back. Alright, well. I guess I'll respawn the enemies to get my ammo. Press select in-game to display the area map. You can use the area map to discover unexplored sections of the current area. It also helps you locate crucial elements such as doorways, items, or the last location where your character perished. Not sure where to go? Look for the exclamation point on either the travel map or the area map. This icon marks areas you need to investigate to move forward in the game. Question marks or exclamation points on the area map signify a critical item, NPC, or doorway to the next main path area. Remember to venture off the main path and explore. Side dungeons and secrets aren't designated with the symbol, but they are brimming with valuable loot and countless secrets. And I was told by a viewer, Cooper, I believe, that there are a lot of secrets in this game, and we did just find a treasure chest, and I happen to just love treasures, so I'm going to look for secrets as I explore. Oh god, okay. Well, yep. I did a bad job there. Oops. Okay. Well, that thing's dead. Shame on you. We made some scrap. Alright, I hear something. Oh, look. Right here. Iron. Oh, I got some ammo. I gotta say, I'm curious how much damage my, Where'd you go? Concussive blast in your face. They had a luminite crystal. I don't know what that means, but I will take it. I'll load up my gun. Cool. The environment, I mean, I didn't get that far in the first Remnant, but the environment seems, you know, a ton more varied and interesting. I broke all that. Just a demonstration of my power. Alright. Alright, so they want me to go over there. Or, no, I think that's actually where I came in. Oh, you're still alive. Okay. I mean, not anymore, but for a moment there, you were still with us. Alright, what do we got here? Why, it's a stairway down. And another way over here. Oh, there's the dough. Hi. Oh my god, it hit me. I was not expecting that. I don't even think it meant to. What you got? Relic dust, bright stone, iron. Yeah, give me everything. I bet I could use that for crafting purposes. Oh, look at that iron hiding back there. Sweet. I gotta say, you know, I've said it before, but this game really looks great. I ain't messing around. You hurt me last time. Okay. Oh, I need to heal. Dragonstone time. Okay. Okay, wait a minute. Wait. I'm getting the royal treatment, as it were. Okay, wait. I'm not really sure where the bad guys... Oh, here it is. All right. Oh, there's a lot of them. Okay. Interesting. Okay. The concussive blast, I gotta be way closer for it to work. I'm not doing a good job of getting close. Okay. So...
That's it?
I mean... Sort of, that's it. Alright, let's see what we got here. Alright. Let's check it out. I don't know if blowing any of those things up is good or even necessary. Alright. Oh boy. I'll tell you what. Oh my god, I'm missing. And it's, it takes a lot of time to recharge your swing with that huge sword. I did a bad job. Okay. I'm getting some ammo back, which is at least good. Oh, there's an item in here. Sweet. Iron time. Oh, there's something here. Hi. Who are you?
What summons me from my ethereal wanderings? Muzar.
Muzar, it's me.
What kind of beast is this?
The humankind, or maybe you know the word, Paxeltech?
Paxeltech. I can share my wanderings with you, but first, I seek the knowing, the truth of nature held within your ark.
Okay.
You want to answer? So I will ask. Answer these questions true, sweet beast, so that your ark may be known and your eye may open.
Right.
Do choose wisely. Answer from your heart.
I'll try, sure.
It has been prophesied that your son would someday bring about a great calamity.
Okay.
Because of this prophecy, a warlord tried to kill him when he was just an infant. Now that your son is grown, he believes the prophecy to be true. He courageously plans to give himself up to the warlord to save the world from the foretold calamity. Do you allow your son to sacrifice himself? Or stop him in order to save his life?
This is a there's a lot going on in this question. I don't really hold with prophecy very much, but I don't want to be one to not let my son make their own decision, and be controlling. But I would do the first option, save my son.
I see. He that slew your sibling and escaped justice is incapacitated before you. You could slay him then and there, in cold blood. Do you take your vengeance? Or turn the scum over to the authorities from whom he already escaped?
This is another tough one. And I'm going to go against Batman here.
I see.
You are the ruler of your people, but a small group of rebels has taken arms against you. You could seek out a mutual solution, but doing so prolongs the conflict and may bear no fruit at all. Or you could wipe them out and end the conflict immediately. Do you treat with the rebels? Or do you preserve the peace?
I'll hear him out.
Fascinating.
Yeah, fascinating.
You are a key witness in the trial of a thief. The thief stole money from a market, but then donated all of the stolen coin to a neglected orphanage. Telling the truth, even the whole truth, will end with the thief in jail and the stolen coin returned to its proper owners. Do you report the thief, or allow the poor orphans to keep the coin?
I'm pro-orphan.
I see.
Your family are starving.
Man, these are a lot of questions, lady.
One day, you are out foraging for food when a huge sack of coin falls off the back of a cart. This would be a great boon to your family, but the money belongs to someone else. You have but only a moment to call out and return the coin. Do you keep the money, or call out and return it to its owner?
This is a really tough one. These are all tough ones, right? It's intentional. I'd probably just help my family.
Well done. You have chosen your path, sweet beast. Your will is strong. The fire of the Ravager's eye glows within you.
Okay, tell me more about this eye.
In the arc of every being, there are two eyes. We may see out of either, but most favor one over the other.
Okay.
The Ravager's eye is dynamic, driven, and endlessly hungry. Yet for all its power, its vision is clouded. The eye of the Ravager rarely sees beyond its own satiation. Like an animal chasing its tail, it knows no rest. The doe's eye sees only what is before it. The gift of the doe is subtle, easily missed. It is a most mysterious presence inside oneself, conferring power without force, just as the doe itself cannot be sought, nor tracked, nor hunted. By answering true, sweet beast, you give me a wink, and now the gifts of your dominant eye will be open to you. Would you care to hear a tale? It is about those who see as you do.
I'll hear it later.
Well, do let me know if you change your mind.
I will.
Is there anything else you wish to know? Of me? Or our wonderful world, perhaps?
Perhaps later. I'm gonna keep moving.
Fang and Claw be with you.
Yeah, be with you. That's creepy. Okay, so she's got a lot of stories to tell me, and I'm completely confused about where I am and, the story and the lore that I'm getting, but at the same time, I'm pleasantly surprised by how deep the lore is, and I'm excited to learn more. Everyone, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope you're enjoying this game like I am. I'll check you in the next one. Take care.